Hi guys, you're welcome once again to my channel. Today I have a high profile personality, as I always do here on my channel. We are going to be talking about all the juicy tips in nursing in the UK, nursing in the US, the money aspects. You guys know that I love to talk about the money, and obviously why do we migrate? We migrate because of the money and other good stuff in between. So today I have Priscilla. I'll let Priscilla introduce herself to us and then give a little bit of background about who she is and the beautiful personality, we have on our channel. So welcome Priscilla to my channel.
Thank you very much. My name is Priscilla Kuma. I'm a registered nurse. I am a YouTuber. I come from Ghana. I live in the US. I'm an American citizen. I create content for nurses who want to migrate to the USA. I'm a lead consultant for USRN Pathway Consults. We help nurses who want to work in the USA. 3 categories of nurses. Those are midwives, psychiatry nurses, and general nurses. And I love doing what I do. I love creating YouTube content. And I'm glad to be on your channel. And kudos to you, Becca.
Thank you very much. So let's take it from there. You are a proud USRN and you have a consult that helps people. So what actually goes into this consult? What do you do to help people who want to move from overseas into the US?
Okay, so let me give you a little backstory here. So I schooled in Ghana. I worked in Ghana before moving to the US and deciding to work in the USA. And when I got to the US, I didn't have any content online, any guidelines as to somebody who's schooled in Ghana who wants to work at what do you have to do. So I figured it out. It took me 2 years. And whilst doing that, I was working as a CNA, nursing assistant, or what you call in the UK, a carer.
Yeah.
I did that for 2 years before I was able to become an RN, a registered nurse in US. I wrote NCLEX to become an RN. And through that, I've been helping friends. They'll call you, what should I click on? How should I submit? What document do I need? And I did that for over 2 years. And I was like, okay, the information stays with one person. And for how long will I keep giving the information to one individual? Mm-hmm. I'd rather put in a video and send it out there.
Yeah.
That is what gave me the motivation to do the YouTube channel. And on the YouTube, I was doing videos about how to live in the US, what to do. Very recent, we began the consult this year, and it's been very, very great. You realize there are a lot of need. Lots of people lack information on the USA process, owing to the fact that USA process is very long. It's not for the faint-hearted. No. The earliest it can take you on a good day, if you're lucky, is between 18 to 24 months. That's the earliest. You cannot rush the USA process. Give yourself 2 to 3 years maximum to be able to land in America to start working. It is not like the UK within 6 months somebody has come, no. So USA process is long, it's very cumbersome, but if you figure it out and you cannot figure it out, that's when I come in and I'll show you how to figure it out. We hold your hands, walk you through the process. So basically that's what we do at the consult, and it's been great so far.
Wow. I must really, really commend you. Kudos to you and your crew. You guys are doing an amazing job, really. A lot of people are into, this US thingy, but they don't know how to go about it. So kudos to you for bringing up this consult. And guys, you go onto Priscilla's channel, follow her, go into her DM, worry her, ask her questions, go into her consult, join the consult. They'll give you all the details, the process, everything you need to be in the US. And as she said, it's not for the faint-hearted. And with Priscilla around, she's going to hold your hand to go through the process, each and every step with you, until you get to the dream land, to get to the promised land, and to make your American dream come true. Right. So Priscilla, to be honest with you, the reason why people are keen to move into the US, obviously, is because of one thing,
Money.
And
l'argent, sika ega. Owo. My fellow Nigerians will say, oh.
Yeah, and to be honest, we can't blame them. Why do we migrate? We migrate, obviously, to give our career a facelift. And then the second thing you can think of is to make the money. And if you want to enjoy life and, be comfortable, is the money you need to do all of these things. And here, the tax system is just killing. And I know you guys have tax refund, you have this, you have that. A whole lot of good things are going on in the US. So to begin with, let's talk about our monies. Okay. I have done a video on my channel talking about my highest paycheck. You have done a video on your channel talking about your highest paycheck. So today we are going to put these 2 videos together in one. Yeah. We are going to look at the details, whether it's worth it, moving to the UK, moving to the US. Today we will know which one is better. And after this video, trust me, guys, maybe me myself, I'll be jackpot.
I'll pick you up at the airport.
Right. So to begin with, let's talk about the US, because obviously my channel, people have seen my videos and all that. So let's talk about your paycheck, what went on in that month, and how you arrived at the money that you made.
So many factors that affect your salary. Where you live. There are 50 states in America, and every state with their laws and taxation and everything.
That's it.
So cost of living all affect your salary. There are travel nurses who made about $8,000 or $10,000 a week. It was real. COVID time. When I began as an RN2, even RN2, I began earning, I think they were paying me roughly $29 as RN2. But today, a new grad is starting about $40 an hour, RN1. Then it moved to 30 and moved to 31. I'm still RN2. I've always been RN2 from the day I was hired till today I'm making this video. I'm still RN2. Okay. And I said my salary is between 34.5 to 35.5 an hour. There's things that affect salary, and I forgot to mention in my own video when I was doing it. Shift differential. Basically, if you work weekends, holidays, night, you get extra token for working those shifts. And they call them shift differential. If you work weekends, you make more. If you work nights, you make more. If you work holiday, you make more. If you do overtime, you make more. Those are little things that you can do to augment your pay. Yeah. So two people are in two, hired the same day, we started the same day, will not have the same pay. True. Because my friend works night shift and she works weekend night. So her pay is way more than mine, even though it might say 34.5 an hour. By the time she's done with all these nights, weekends, and holidays, whatever, she might be heading about $40 an hour, and she's RN2, and we began the job the same day. So if you are earning like $34 or $35 an hour, like RN2, and a new grad somewhere is earning about 40, 45. I recently watched a video of a girl who just got a job and her start off is 45, and she's in California, and she's a new grad. She has not even been on the job for 2 months. And I'm like, wow, see the difference, 34.5 to 35.5 salary, a lot of difference. Due to shortage, we have other open shifts. My hospital does something they call MPIP. They will give you some hours if you want to work it. You sign a contract that yes. So let's say they want you to work $100 more than your 100 hours, more than your usual hours. And you have to do it in a time frame of 8 weeks. Mm-hmm. So after working those $100 on top of your usual hours, 100 hours on top of your usual hours, then they'll give you a bonus at the end, a bonus of $5,000. So on the average, because we are paid bi-weekly every 2 weeks, if you're hired for 40 hours, that means 2 weeks will be 80 hours. Then you get paid. Then 2 weeks after that, you get paid. Yeah. So averagely, I make $5,000 a month. Averagely, if I don't do any overtime, I don't do any holiday, I don't do anything at all. I make $5,000 a month. Why are you leaning forward? That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good.
No, it does sound good, really. Without overtime, without anything, 5,000.
Better.
Okay, so with overtime.
So my highest paycheck, when I did one of those bonus things, I think I got $8,800 for 2 weeks. So you get a regular pay. You get the let's say I did 10 hours this week. So I did 50 hours. So I get my regular pay for the 40 hours. I get overtime, OT, for 10 hours for that week. And then at the end of the whole 8 weeks contract that I signed, I would be paid my $5,000. But the $5,000 will not come until you are done with the 8 weeks contract. So the $5,000 will come in the next 2 weeks pay. And that is what he added to my normal 3,000 something. I got 8,800.
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
So my highest paycheck was actually in January. I've not done a vivid video on that. It was in January this year. So that video I did about my highest paycheck was actually my care home only paycheck. But I used to do 2 jobs. Now, no more. I just concentrate on my one job. So I used to do 2 jobs during the pandemic because I had some experience in respiratory and all those. So I was helping in other hospitals. So even when I moved from the NHS to the care home, I was still going back to the hospitals to help. So in January this year, I had moved to the care home, but I was still going to the hospitals to help because the COVID cases came up in Christmas and in January. So that month in my care home job, I had £4,128 for the care home job. And then in my second job, which is the agency I'm doing, I had £3,000. And January is a long month. It's 31 days.
Yeah.
In that month, I only had 3 days off the whole of that month. So I worked
29 days.
I worked 29 or 28 days. I worked that month. And because agencies is just like a travel nurse, it pays a little bit more than your regular job. So I got £3,000 in my agency job, and I got 4,128 in my care home job. So putting the two together, I had a little over £7,000, and that's my highest. I don't think I'll ever get that money again.
Wow, £7,000 in a month.
Yes.
That is good money, but that is combining 2 jobs.
Yeah. And that
is working crazy hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I've never worked that month like that ever.
Okay. So an overseas nurse, what band did they start you from, and what is the pay as of today we do this video?
Okay. So with UK system also is different. We have the care home, we have the NHS. The NHS starts you from a band 5 for registered nurses.
Okay.
And then you climb to band 6, band 7, blah, blah, blah. And then the care home pay rate is also different. But both of them, the NHS rate is different from, London rate is different from the outskirts. And even London, we have the inner London rates, and then we have the outer London rate, and then we have the outskirts of London rate. Same with the care home. Care home A pays differently from care home B. Even in one care home, 2 RGNs may not earn the same salary. I realized that after I had got my job. So somebody can bargain and be paid more. Somebody will not bargain like me. I didn't bargain and I'm paid less. So now I'm the least paid where I work. So in NHS band 5, the startup salary is now, because they did this agenda for change and blah, blah, blah. If you're outside of London, it's about 25,000 and something per annum. So that is without overtime, without nothing. You're just doing 37.5 contracted hours a week. So that's 3 long shifts a week. I think it's 3, 3, 3, 4. So you do 3 shifts, 3 shifts, 3 shifts. And then 1 week in a month, you do 4. But if you're in a specialty unit like where I was in endoscopy. So I was doing 4 shifts a week. So I was doing 4, 4, 4, 3. Okay, so the salary is about 25 something. Then when you come to inner London, it's about 29,000. So the difference is about close to 5,000. But as you said, obviously the cost of living is very high. So that's the startup salary. And then when you go to the care home, depending on location and everything, if you're outside London or like up north, some pay around 16, 17 pounds per hour. And they can get as high as 23, 24, 25 pounds in London. So that is for the care home. So it's not really, really fixed. They all have, in the NHS, about 25,000 in the outskirts, and then in inner London, about 29,000 for the band 5 startup.
Wow. So how much is your lowest paycheck? And by the way, the pound is heavier than the dollar. So if you are telling
me now the difference is very significant.
So close now. Yeah.
Very close.
So yeah, it's very, very close now. So how much is your lowest paycheck? Then I would also say mine.
My lowest paycheck since I came to the UK as a band 5 nurse was when I was in the NHS. I was still in endoscopy. That month, I didn't do any overtime at all. I think I've done a video on that salary as well. I didn't do any overtime. I didn't do anything. I just did my 37.5 contracted hours. And that month, I had £1,570.
So back to my lowest paycheck. That is me not doing any overtime at all. Now I try not to do because I'm so busy right now, I can't go overtime. Yeah, I just stick to my 40 hours a week and I get it going.
Yeah.
So my lowest paycheck is 2,000, I think 2,100 in 2 weeks. So if I combine a month, let's say 4,200 in a month. That is me working 40 hours a week, so 160 hours, so 4,400. So I think I can even say, without me doing any overtime or anything, I should be getting $6,000 a month, $6,000 a month.
This 6,000 is me now working like 5 shifts a week.
Jobs and 5. Yeah.
To be honest, in all sincerity, I think the US is better than the UK.
It's better. I think it is better.
And that's the reason why now there is an exodus of nurses from the UK. If you talk to nurses in my workplace, in my social life, you meet nurses, you talk to them, everybody wants to go somewhere. Now, it's like a trending thing. Everybody wants to leave the UK.
So per annum, I make about $76,000 a year. So sad. So depressed.
Without overtime.
I have nurses who are making $120,000 a year.
But still with the 70-something thousand, you are still better.
Without overtime. It's the hours that you hired for. You go to those hours 40 hours a week. For $6,000.
That's 3 times of an NHS band 5 salary, you know, without overtime. 3 times.
I see.
Yeah. 3 times.
So people will be moving to America. Just get ready. The taxes are there. It depends on where you live. It's actually worth it. I won't discourage anybody. The UK nurses are enrolled in my consults. So many of them, especially the Nigerian trained nurses who are in UK. They come to the consult. They have no questions. They have no challenges. They are not doubting. You don't know I'm real. I'm legit. They come enroll and they're like, boom, boom. How fast can you get this for me? I want to get out of here. So you guys, your cost of living is high. Your rooms are small, expensive. They struggle to find accommodation and lots. Over here, you can buy or rent whatever house you want. You can change your cars. You can go lease them, change them the next day, do whatever you want. The first you're managing your money well.
Do you have any like final words for them?
Yes.
For the doubting Thomases, those who are in doubt.
Thank you very much for the opportunity once again. I'm glad to be on your channel. If you are watching us and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to our channel. Subscribe to Becca Bay's channel. My channel is Lakuma Aren. And just so you know, if you are dealing with somebody that is not making sense, please be careful. I only have one consult. I am not taking money from anybody else anywhere. My consult is USRN Pathway Consult. If you are a registered nurse, general nurse, psychiatry nurse, and you want to work in America, come find my consult. Yeah. Yes, so USRN Pathway Consult, Becca will attach the link to the description box. Click on this title. You'll find all the details in this description box. Thank you very much. Find us in our consult. We'll help you, show you the way. The American process is not for the faint-hearted. It's very different per state. Every state with what they require. 2 people applying to 2 different states cannot do the same paperwork. 2 types of nurses, midwife, psychiatry, applying cannot use the same credential evaluation service. We all have what you have to use based on what you study. And you can't sit down and figure that out easily. So if you're struggling with that, should I use GFNS? Should I use ERES? Whatever, we will guide you and show you. Your goal in life will determine what you want to do. Your family size will determine what you want to do. America might not favor you. We do not have 1-year maternity here. We do not have free healthcare here. Everything here is paid for. Everything here is paid for. Childcare is so expensive. Medical care is so expensive. And if you want to weigh the pros and cons, as I said, your goal will determine which country favors you. Our job is just to give the comparison, and your job is to make the decision at which country you want to go. If you want money, come to America. If you want peace of mind, free healthcare, and maternity and stuff, go to UK. Thank you very much. I've spoken enough.
Thank you very much, Priscilla, for coming to my channel. I really do appreciate your time, your effort, and everything. Thank you so much, guys. Go to Priscilla's channel, support her, follow her, ask her any questions that you have if we've not answered it already on this channel. And until we meet again in my next video, guys, is bye.
Bye.